Yo guys, what if I told you that the unknown voice teased around official Bendy media evil plans have been revealed? You gonna click off this video? Trust me, I ain't joking on this one. Yo, what's up guys, it's Just Games here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're taking a look at Mr. Unknown, who's been teased in many Bendy related media. Without further ado, let's get cracking. Many people assume that Unknown might be Bendy since the new design show for Bendy and the Dark Revival has a mouth. Well, let me tell you something. Yes and no. What do I mean? Unknown, like Bendy and the Dark Revival, isn't Bendy, but is Bendy. Like how Bendy and the Dark Revival isn't a prequel or a sequel, but might actually be both. Yeah, you get the point. The way Unknown is showcased currently is a mysterious, creepy, ominous figure. Bendy, though creepy, isn't ominous. He's way more of an enraged beast. But many people assume that Bendy can evolve like a fucking Pokemon, but for him to turn from a human cartoon demon to a violent beast who is so dumb he can't grow eyes and legs, to evolve to have a voice and an intelligence, would be way too big of a jump for Bendy to take. Another thing is that in a recent audio log from Force and Dark Survival with Unknown, he mentions wrenched fingers. When you search up wrenched finger on Google, though it does show sprained fingers, we can search up wrenched, look through the definitions, and one of them will apply to sprained fingers. So wrenched fingers are sprained fingers, so we can either assume that he's A, sickly, or B, elderly. Either way, he isn't able-bodied at all. And many said that Bendy and the Dark Revival will be sickly and all that jazz, but if he's sickly, then how the hell does he have the energy to evolve? Like I said earlier, it would be way too big of a jump for Bendy to evolve to talk and have an intelligence. And since sickly Unknown can talk and think instead of getting medicine, then I prove my case. End of story. Objection! Sorry, I don't play Ace Attorney. Yeah, we prove why Bendy is an Unknown, but we can't just leave it here. Since we don't know who Unknown is, then what do we know about him so far? Well, let's take a look at what we got so far. The Unknown timeline. Our first encounter with Unknown was 1 year ago on the Adventure Joy Studios channel, where you see this weirdo flipping through different audio logs, which was uploaded before this video. He mentions,
"How very interesting, such knowledge."
So it seems that Unknown is looking for knowledge. For what? Well, let's skip over the Bendy and the Dark Revival gameplay trailer and go to the recent Boris and Dark Survival secret audio tape with a minute.
It's important to seize an opportunity before it slides through your wrenched fingers. The past so often dies without passing on its bountiful secrets. But oh, Mr. Joey Drew, the secrets you've left behind, how very interesting. Such knowledge, such opportunity. The time draws near for a dark revival to come at last.
The way the tape is, it's pretty mixed up, but let me break it down. Let's take the key monologue, this man loves talking to himself, of this tape and split it. We got,
"It's important to seize an opportunity. The past so often dies without passing on its bountiful secrets. But oh, Mr. Joey Drew, the secrets you've left behind, how very interesting. Such knowledge. The time draws near for a dark revival to come at last."
like I said, the info is mixed up, but if we piece them together in chronological order, we'll get it. Let's take "the past often dies without passing on its bountiful secrets" and put that first. This line means that a bunch of secrets from the past were kept secret, lost, or died from irrelevancy. But in this situation, it's both lost and kept secrets. Next is "Oh, Mr. Joey Drew, the secrets he left behind," which connects the first line. Joey Drew has secrets from the past which were kept secret. And what was his secrets? The ink machine, blueprints of the ink machine, how to make ink creatures, ink Bendy, the experiments, everything. If you notice, the people who knew about Joey's secrets either died, got turned into ink monsters, or is stuck inside of a loop inside the studio. And there's only certain people too. Henry, the protagonist of the first game, Bendy and the Ink Machine, is stuck in a loop because people like Alison Pendle and Thomas Connor, who knew about the diabolical secret secrets of Joey could have revealed anything to the public of Joey's secrets, which could be traced back to Henry, who was a close friend to Joey and could have been used as evidence tracing back to Joey, since Henry, after all, was the co-founder of Joey 2 Studios and the creator of Bendy itself. Speaking of Allison and Thomas, they are now Tom Boris and Allison Angel, which shows that Joey led them back to the studio and trapped them in a loop like what Allison said.
Where does it all lead to?
Nowhere. I followed them for a long time. Just leads me in circles.
And turn them into ink creatures in the process. Why? So he can keep his secrets, well, secret, so no one will reveal his crazy shit to the world. The reason why I said certain people is that Wally Franks is the only one known to be in the outside world with Joey's secrets away from Joey's suspicion, because Wally, as much as a loudmouth he is, tries his best to avoid trouble. So Joey doesn't have to worry about him, since not only Wally has his own business, but family he could jeopardize if he reveals Joey's plans anyways. Those people like Wally's aren't the ones being kept secret with Joey's secrets, so what's the point, I guess? Well, since the people who know about Joey's secrets, who could reveal them to the world, are trapped within the studio, that means someone Joey sent there has snitched about Joey's secrets to unknown. About Bendy, the ink machine, everything, all that knowledge, which is why if we connect the next line, how very interesting such knowledge, now it makes sense. He gained knowledge through the studio and everything. With this knowledge coming to the next line, it's important to seize an opportunity, which means that from someone telling unknown about Joey's secrets, he can use the knowledge gained from it to seize this opportunity he gained from it to do something literally diabolical and sinister. Combine his soul with Bendy's soulless body. No, don't throw your f***ing tomatoes, okay? Now listen! In the accidentally released Bendy and the Dark Revival merch, if you look on the keychain side, there are two Bendys. One of them looks like the original from Bendy and the Ink Machine, while the other has a mouth, looks more human, and is ripped as fuck. We'll work it, you got it! Yes, we got two Bendys. Again, one of them looks way more human and with a mouth, which might be a sign that he can speak. But how does he get that glamorous Chad body and a mouth to speak from? By gaining a human soul with knowledge and specifically learning how to transfer a human soul to a cartoon one, like Alice Angel, who has the soul of Susan Campbell. But why would Unknown do this? Remember how I mentioned that Unknown wasn't the most able-bodied person? Yeah, so now he can become able-bodied by combining himself with Bendy, giving him a soul, and in the process making him faster and smarter, and to evolve to this monstrosity. That's why Bendy looks more human. He's basically reviving himself. That's why he mentions the time draws near for a dark revival, which, as we see, is a chronological order of this message. This is why we see two Bendys in the Bendy and Dark Revival merch. We'll experience both of them in the game. This is why I mentioned yes and no in the beginning of the video, because at one point in the game, he isn't going to be Bendy, while in the next he is. But wait, we have one more Unknown encounter that we skipped over in the Unknown timeline, the Bendy and Dark Revival gameplay trailer. In the beginning of the trailer, Unknown mentions,
"A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself."
And we all know that pretty girl is Audrey, since we all know that Audrey is the main protagonist of Bendy and Dark Revival, and this is the Bendy and Dark Revival trailer. What are you, stupid? It seems that Unknown might have a uncanny ability to speak to Audrey through telepathy. He could be using this to influence Audrey to do his dirty work without her knowing, aka making the Dark Revival, to get him and Bendy to combine his soul with Bendy's and run rampant. But why Audrey? Well, one, she has magic powers, which might be connected to some sort of magic system connected to Bendy and her. That's why she is teased to break the cycle. 2, she could be used as a pawn to gather other things to help with the Dark Revival. And 3, use her as a pawn to do his other dirty work also. Remember the why is Bendy and the Dark Revival taking so long video? In that video, Bendy seems to be falling behind the shadow of Audrey. Not like he's stalking her, cause clearly she can hear them big ass footsteps, but more like a puppet master controlling his puppet. And in the Return to the Studio video, Allison mentions,
Don't be afraid. Don't let the darkness take you. You may walk with angels, cower before demons, but one thing always remains: the choices you make.
Which shows that you have a choice. To walk without an angel who might betray you anyways, for good, or to listen to Unknown who might give us secrets to make us powerful, but in the process force us to build up the Dark Revival and turn us evil. In this video, it's the aftermath of us taking the evil demon side, and the aftermath of the Dark Revival with Unknown as Bendy, and Audrey gained control, which Unknown was doing with Audrey before with his telepathy. Thus this theory shows Unknown's part and his evil plans in Bendy and the Dark Revival. That's it for this video. If you guys like good content, stick around, will ya? This is ISNT Games, and I am out.